Hey everyone, it's Lori Cooch, and today I want to show you how to make this cute little flower using this die from our decorative border thin cut set that Close to My Heart has. It's Z4241. It's called Decorative Borders, and it comes with all these borders, by the way. So this makes zip pulls. This looks like notebook paper, stitching, X's, you know, so on. You can see all these borders, but this one makes like a fringe, and this is the one I used, and I didn't record me running it through my Cuttlebug because that's just boring, and y'all probably already have one and know how it works. So what I did was I just grabbed some scrap paper and I did the yellow, and this is what it looks like after you cut it. That's as far as I've done. I did 2 cuts of the yellow with the fringe, and then 3 cuts on a pink with the fringe. And so then I'm gonna grab my scissors. Here's some. And I'm gonna just trim off, actually I'm gonna grab my fine tip ones. I'm just gonna trim off the edge piece because we don't need that on both of these. So then I'm going to be left with just some fringe and just some fringe. And I cut, it appears, oh no, this is just hung over. I'm good. And it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So then I'm going to do the same with the pink, is cut off the ends so that I have just a piece with fringe. And I just use scrap paper. I have like a whole little bin of scraps, and so this is the perfect project to use up your scraps if you have a bunch like me. Okay. So now those are all just bare fringed. Now I'm going to take my straight trimmer, and the part you got to remember is however thick you leave this piece that attaches them is how tall your flower is going to stand up. So I don't want mine to be super thick because I don't like my scrapbook pages or my cards to be huge, but I still want to know that that's a flower there. So what I'm going to do is on my straight trimmer, and I don't know if you can see this, I got these little lines right here. And I'm going to line up the edge of my fringes, so the edge of this fringe right at the 1/4 inch mark. So then that will make my, you got to make sure it's even too, because my pieces on this, the right side, aren't even, and you want your border to be even. Okay. So that's going to make my edge piece 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to trim off that end. So I'm going to do that to all of my pieces. From the fringe back, I want my base to be 1/4 inch. And then I have these edges to where it was just left over off the edge of the die that I'm going to trim off. Oops. And I didn't think of this. This is one thing I do love about Close to My Heart is the consultants that are in Close to My Heart are so willing to share their ideas and help each other out. And that's where I saw this, was on the consultant site, and I wish I could tell you who did it. I just can't remember her name. And I just think it's a great idea, and I am so grateful for the other consultants that share their ideas and help each other out, because you don't see that in a lot of direct sales companies. It's all competition, but not with Close to My Heart. So I'm just trimming up the edges. And then the last piece I wish I could take credit for this idea. I think it's brilliant. I would have never thought of it. Okay, so I'm done then with my straight trimmer. Next, what you're going to do is get your quilling tool. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue just because it goes on really smooth. You could also use liquid glass. That would work as well. The art glitter glue will dry clear. Oh, I just lost the tip of my pen in there. So maybe I will be using liquid glass as well. Let me see if I can get it out. Ah, there we go. I got a new pen. Okay, so you're going to start your yellow. Oh, I forgot a very important step. You need the inside piece of your flower, because you know the little pollen pieces in the middle, they're always shorter than the petals on your flower, so I forgot to cut those. So I'm going to line this up. It should be just about 3/4 of an inch. And now I'm going to line this up where it's going to be on the 1/4 inch on the right, and I'm going to just trim off all those edges and make those short. And then I'm going to do that on this side, or on this one as well. And put that over there. Okay, now we are ready to use our quilling tool. And you're going to just start it. And if you've never used a quilling tool, there's these little grooves in here, and you just get your paper in there. There. And it's going to allow you to twirl your paper up tight. So then you're just going to run a small bead of this glue, which is going to hold it when you let the quilling tool out so that it doesn't unravel, okay? So you're just going to roll it up nice and tight. Try and keep your right edge equal distance. And it's going to be easier to do with the fringes cut in there because you're not getting the bulk pushing it and rolling it around. So you're just going to twirl it up until you get almost to the end. And then I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to take the next yellow piece and I'm going to just put it right on top, and I'm going to overlap it. Make sure it gets stuck in that glue, and add another small bead. And you don't need a big bead of glue on there because it'll smoosh it out. Smoosh, is that a technical term? Just going to keep rolling it. This is so easy. And then before you get to the end, now you're going to add your pink, or whatever color you're going to use as your flower petal. And you're going to do the same thing, as line it up and duplicate it, or double it up. Get it straight. Mine's not straight. And then run. And now that's going to start making your flower petals. And that's all you're doing, is you're just rolling these up until it gets all the way to the end, and that's where we're almost at. And then I'll show you how to finish it off. Taking the last layer, Because you're running that glue all the way down, it's not going to unravel like it typically does when you remove your quilling tool. If you've used these, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to hold them tight. And then when you get to the end, just hold it there for a minute, just a quick second or so. And what I do then is I just kind of work my quilling tool out by going back and forth. You don't want to pull because you don't want to pull that center out because it's still a little bit wet. It might do that. Okay, so now you have your tightly quilled little flower. And if you're sure it's dry because you didn't get too much glue, just start smushing it out. And then pull out your center a little bit too so you can see the yellow. And there you go. There's your cute little daisy. It looks like a little Gerber daisy. Isn't that adorable? So I made 2 of these tonight in no time at all. You saw how fast that went. Decorate a page, do different colors. Show me when you know, try it, make some. Show me your colors, show me what you do. Post it right here on the blog and share it with everybody. So I'm going to post. I'm going to include the links to how to get the quilling tool and of course this die set if you want it. And this is a great die set. I was hesitant at first to get it because I thought, oh, I won't use it, but I use it all the time. I use this one, the pull tab one, for envelopes. So you can pull tab the envelopes open so they don't seal with like typical tape runner. They have to pull it to open. These look like hand stitching, and then you got your XO. These are just fun. You can put this on the border of a card and it'll have the hand stitching. So this is a great border set, and I'm really glad that I purchased it. So thanks for watching, and check back tomorrow because there's going to be new projects every single day. Be sure and click subscribe to my blog, and if you're watching this on YouTube, then of course my YouTube channel as well. Hop on over to the blog, which is linked here, and subscribe on there as well so you'll get notified every time I post a new project or a sale or a good deal that I know about. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.